Hey everyone, Dan at Bushcraft. Well, last night, guys, we got like 6 inches of fresh snow up here in the Ochicos. And it was just last week. It was almost 80 degrees out here. I was running around without a shirt on. In fact, it was so warm. So last night this storm came through and I broke tracks all the way in here this morning. It was sketchy in a few places, but I wanted to get way out. And I'm actually down in a valley that I haven't been in since last year. And we're gonna do some bushcraft cooking. So I got my Nalgene bottle hanging from a tree here. Got my little Pathfinder cup. Got the little spreader. And we're gonna do a little cooking this morning. I gotta go build a tripod, but let me show you what I got here. Let me pause you real quick. So this is something that is really simple, fairly inexpensive to throw together, lightweight. I had all this sitting in the top of my pack, which is hanging from this tree right here. Picked up one of these top ramen noodles. Cool thing about it in the bowl is all I gotta do is boil some water in my cup, pour it in here. I've got some Spam to add to that. And I chopped up some Velveeta cheese. And the cool thing about Velveeta cheese is, you can chop it up, throw it in a baggie, or even carry the little brick itself in your pack for days, and it's just totally fine. So this gives me some good calories. And I got a fire going back over here, so if you guys can see that. Right back there, I got a fire going. And what we need to do is, I need to get together a quick tripod. I've got some willow limbs cut, so let's do that real quick and then we'll get this going. Okay guys, I got 3 willow branches and I'm gonna turn these into just a quickie tripod, which is no lashing involved. Just basically tying some bank line around them. And for cooking, if you're not making anything heavy like a shelter or anything, all you need is a quickie tripod. So you grab some bank line and we'll throw that together. So to make a quickie tripod, guys, all I'm doing is I'm going to take my 3 branches and I'm going to stack one on top of the other 2 so that they form a little pyramid like so. And then I'm just going to tie a simple overhand knot around that. And I'm not gonna make it super tight, but I'm gonna snug it down a little bit. So, and I'm leaving a long tail, and then all I gotta do is take like this outside leg and spin it over like this. That created a whole bunch of tension, and now this will open up into a tripod. And I got my tail here, and I have a little forked branch. Then I'm going to cut just a little notch all the way around. Like so. And then I'm going to take this tail and tie a couple overhand knots here around this little stick, this little forked branch. And that's what I'm going to hang my Pathfinder cup off of to boil some water. So, like so. And then I can adjust the height by putting that around the top of the sticks until I have it at the height that I want. And I'm sorry about the lighting conditions, guys, with the snow out here, and the sun's coming out now and melting all the snow like crazy. and the light's reflecting off the snow. I'm sure it's making the picture dark, but let's go over to the fire now. All right, we'll set that tripod up right over the fire. And let me grab my Pathfinder cup, get some water in it. All right. Let's boil me up about, we'll go for just about 12, 14 ounces. Ought to be plenty for that. So, got my water in there. I'm gonna put my lid on. And then let me take this little spreader. Whoa! Hang on, guys, it went flying into the snow. Okay, take my little spreader and put that in here. Make the tension a little bit better. Okay, so like that. I'll put my lid on here. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and put this on that fork stick and get that right down in the flames. And let me grab the rest of my food and get that over here, get this prepped. Okay, if you guys should be able to see that behind me. So I got my Pathfinder cup sitting right down in the flames where it's going to boil. I got kind of a fork stick here to help me maneuver that around and get it out of the fire when I'm ready. And I got my top ramen beef flavor noodles. Got the seasoning, vegetables, and soy sauce if I want it. So I do like the veggies in there. All right, so I got my veggies in there. And what I'm gonna do, let's see, I put my seasoning in there too. So there we go. Got my seasoning, got my veggies in there. And what I'll do after it's cooked for a couple minutes, I'm just gonna pour the boiling water in first. Then I'll add my chopped up Velveeta and my Spam. And I'll just chop my Spam up with my spoon inside the cup. And should be a great lunch. So it's just a super simple meal that you can throw in your pack, you know. And like I said, I kind of like it because this is the bowl, so I don't have to wash the inside of my cup out. And when I'm done with this, I can just burn it in the fire, and I don't have a bunch of garbage to pack out. Everything just becomes fuel for the fire. So all I got to do is clean the outside of my cup, and I'm on my way after I've had a nice bushcraft lunch. So I'm going to wait for that water to start boiling, and then we'll come back and we'll throw this together. Okay, guys, that is boiling. So very carefully, with the help of my glove, I'm going to get that out of the fire. And I'm going to pour that in my cup here. So let's take this. There we go. All right. That is hot. trying to get the lid off here. There we go. So use my spoon to lift the lid off. And very carefully, I'm going to pour that in here. There we go. That's going to give me some broth in there too. So I'm going to let that sit down here for a minute. I'll use my Pathfinder lid to hold that lid shut. I got a reflective mat that I'm kneeling on, so I'm just going to set it on my reflective mat and I'm going to let it sit for about 3 or 4 minutes. And then we'll come back. I'll add the cheese and the Spam, chop the Spam up in there some, and we should have a great lunch. And again, guys, like I said, the cool thing about using this little setup is I do have to clean the outside of the cup, but that's it. My inside has just had water in it. I have no extra bowl or things to carry out because when I'm done eating, my bowl is going to go in the fire. So let me pause you guys. We'll time about 3 minutes and we'll come back and finish this off. Oh, the sun was really starting to come out and just totally white out the camera. So this is done cooking, guys. I moved over to the shade. This is done. I got my Velveeta here. So first thing I'm going to do is dump all that Velveeta in. Nice. There we go. Got a couple extras here. Get those out. So I got my Velveeta in there. I'll break open the Spam. Oh, good old Spam. And we'll drop that in there. And I'll just go ahead and cut that Spam up with my spoon right inside the bowl. Nice. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. And let my Velveeta melt in there just a little bit. Add a little cheese sauce to the noodles. Perfect. There we go. Look at that. I got Velveeta Spam noodles all in this bite. Mmm. Mmm. Guys, that is absolutely delicious. You know, see that my cheese is melting a little bit in there, creating like a little sauce. And what's cool about this, guys, again, is just you can throw everything in your pack. These little ramen cups, you can pick those up at the dollar store. That's what I do. And I usually have some Velveeta around anyway. I can just slice off a couple chunks, or like this morning I made some little cubes. And I've always got the little packages of Spam in my pack. So very inexpensive, absolutely delicious meal. And when I'm done, this gets burned in the fire. Just clean the outside of my cup up and I'm good to go. So there it is. Dan at Ochako Bushcraft, doing a little bushcraft cooking for you guys. Ramen noodles, Spam, and Velveeta cheese. If you try it, let me know what you think, guys. Take care.